What's poppin'? It's your boy Chove, and we are back here. We got some real fucked up news. Charlie Kirk has been shot. I'm gonna check out the video. I'm gonna speak on it. Um, it's yeah, we're gonna let the video speak for itself, but it's only a minute, so it's gonna be a short video. So he's just sitting there. One of the surprising things is that at this event, he had a massive group of people, and then apparently gets shot in the neck. Look how many people are here. It's insane.
Oh my God! Go run! Whoa. Counting or not counting gang violence?
You can hear the shot in the aftermath. But the extent of his injuries are unconfirmed. And that's apparently the man that did it. Now, what he looks like to y'all or whatever, I don't know. I don't assume. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what he's about. All I know is that clearly he disagreed with Charlie Kirk's views. If this is about anything, it's about one side not agreeing with the other. You know, he has a set of views. Charlie Kirk has a set of views. He didn't agree with him, so he shot him. So that's what it seems like to me.
You guys okay? Okay, love you. Be safe. Okay, be safe. Apparently there's been a shooting. I don't know who's been shot. We are here live at Utah Valley State University. I don't know if that was shots or if that was fireworks.
Yeah. The part that, see, this is, I hate the idea of choosing a side. Like, I seriously hate it, because, and this is why you're getting a lot more people that are in the middle of everything rather than the far left or far right or whatever the hell y'all call it. I don't know, man. It's because, like, it seems that it does something to your mind, to your head, to where you are so involved in a group's set of ideals that you oppose something so passionately causes this. And it's not just this. It's not just political. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's anything that you involve yourself in, that you devote yourself to where you're not allowing yourself any wiggle room to understand or be opposed or have any sort of ideas different than what you believe. It's that whole shit is a weird way of living to me, you know? I don't like it. And I'm serious. Like, we live in a world where people are defending them. Like I'm serious. You could be to anything nowadays. Like feminism. You're too much of a feminist, and you're not allowing yourself to, see outside of your, feminism. You're too masculine. You're too black. You're too anything, that you get so passionate when you're opposed that it just, reason goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? I got a homegirl, I'm not going to say her name, but she posted on Facebook, I believe, that Charlie Kirk was a piece of shit, a racist, this and that, no sympathy. And I'm like, and then I saw another post that says, she's not going to allow herself to mourn for somebody who opposed, rights that damaged women's reproductive, blah, 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 blah. I'm guessing it's the whole abortion thing. And I thought to myself, I understand that you disagree with somebody's views always. It's always okay. But you should oppose this, and you should mourn this type of passing, because it promotes, you know, not a promotes, it takes away from disagreeing. It's what keeps people more quiet, more silent. It's what stops people from speaking what they believe. And trust me, you don't want a world where people are doing things under wrap. You want to know what's on everybody's mind, because at least you know what I'm saying? At least you live in a world where everything is out there. But stuff like this is telling people, why should you come out with your views? Why should you come out with support? I didn't believe, there's a lot of things that Charlie Kirk said that I disagree with personally, but there's a lot of things that he said that made sense. There's a lot of things he said that I do agree with, and that you know, whatever. I wouldn't call bro, Charlie Kirk, I barely know the dude. I don't know. I've listened to him debate, whatever. I'm not so heavily invested. I'm not heavily invested in anything, you know, one-sided. You know what I'm saying? I allow myself wiggle room everywhere. You know what I'm saying? To where something that somebody does or says doesn't offend me so much that I am passionately angry and want to do something like this, or even close to something like this. And I think that's how things like this happen. You know, you got, you know, this guy who opposed Kirk's views. He didn't like the fact that he came out to schools telling people that, you know, school is pointless. You're paying tuition for what, such and such. You didn't read this book. You didn't read that book. You know, Black lives. You know, how are Blacks more oppressed now? You know, what do Blacks go through? You know, such and such. People didn't like it. And I got to be honest, there are things that he said I didn't like either. You know what I'm saying? Racism don't exist. I think it does exist. I think it's a lot, you know, better than it used to be, sure. But I mean, I still think that it still affects our country and our community. But I'm not to the point to where if somebody like him says that, you know, racism has no impact on, you know, our economy today, that it's going to anger me to the point to where I want to see this. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, you know, think twice when you're picking a side, you know, like, pick lightly. You know what I mean? That's what I have to say about this whole shit. Pick lightly. Never pick a side so heavy that it warps your mind and you forget what's right and wrong because your side believes in something so passionately that there's no compassion for the other side. I think once it gets that far, then, you know, I think we're lost. So I'm hoping that, you know, we as a people can, you know, see this and know better, do better, be better.